What's going on? Family, this is Ted strokes back at you with another one. Family, this is my class on how to remove hard inquiries from your credit. Yes, you heard that right. Do you need to increase your credit score fast and you have all of these inquiries just dragging your credit score down? Well, you are not alone. I'm going to show you exactly how to get those right off of there, so you can get that credit score that you're looking for. Let's bite down into it. I'm going to share with you my top secret way to really get this done used by my students today, and it's still working. Listen up. I'm about to give you the game. I'm going to share with you the biggest trap to avoid that will get your credit score flagged. I'm going to tell you how to make sure that does not happen to you. And last but not least, if you stay to the end, I'm going to share with you a secret that works like magic. So let's talk about personal credit. So, obviously, you're watching this video. You know that hard inquiries are probably lowering your credit score. But when it comes to personal credit, some of you guys may know, some of you don't. But I'm going to break it down for you. Personal credit refers to the ability to borrow money or obtain goods and services on credit based on an individual's credit history and ability to repay debts. It's a crucial aspect of financial health, influencing access to loans, credit cards, and other financial products. A hard inquiry, also known as a hard credit check or hard pull, occurs when a lender or creditor requests to review your credit report as part of a loan application or credit application process, and it can potentially have a minor, temporary impact on your credit score. A hard inquiry happens when a lender or creditor checks your credit report to assess your creditworthiness for a specific credit application, like a loan or credit card. While a single hard inquiry usually has a small impact on your credit score, multiple hard inquiries in a short period could have a more noticeable effect. Hard inquiries typically stay on your credit report for up to 2 years, but their impact on your credit score usually diminishes after a year. Applying for a mortgage, a car loan, or a credit card will likely trigger a hard inquiry. Soft inquiries, like checking your own credit report or pre-approved credit card offers, don't typically affect your credit score. If you find an unauthorized hard inquiry on your credit report, you should contact the credit bureaus and the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, to report it and dispute the inquiry. You have Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion are the 3 nationwide credit bureaus. According to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, credit bureaus are companies that compile and sell credit reports. They are private, for-profit companies owned by shareholders and not government agencies. They are not government agencies, but are regulated by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, and the Federal Trade Commission, FTC. They are for-profit companies and collect and sell data on consumers' credit history to lenders and other businesses. They are overseen by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, and the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, who ensure that the Fair Credit Reporting Act is enforced. The Fair Credit Reporting Act ensures the accuracy, fairness, and privacy of consumer information. And all 3 of those credit bureaus are different. There are 3 different companies that will report all of the information that is sent to them from different lenders, and they will compile a score. Listen, this is the game. All of your trade lines such as credit cards, your mortgages, your auto loans, and etc. Keep in mind you have no real money. For more on that, watch my class. You want to learn about money in the Hustler's Degree playlist. The Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, is a federal law that promotes the accuracy, fairness, and privacy of information in consumer credit reports, regulating how credit reporting agencies collect, use, and share data, and protecting consumers' rights in credit reporting. Listen, even your student loans will report on your personal credit report and offer you a score based on how well you've paid those people, how well you've managed your accounts, and the different types of accounts that you have. It is a very crazy thing because most people do not know how credit works. And in fact, most people could never tell you how to get a perfect credit score because this is a proprietary model that these companies use and they would never share. This is crazy algorithm that none of us absolutely know, but we've learned so much over the years that I can tell you some tips and some tricks, and especially on how to get those inquiries move and how to keep a very good personal credit score no matter what the situation is. So, let's get into that part. So, the first step that we're talking about getting hard inquiries removed, we got to talk about the differences between hard inquiries and soft inquiries. Now listen up close. Some of you guys, if you're watching this video or listening to this, you may already know what a hard inquiry is. But for those that don't, I'll give you the long and short definition of it. Hard inquiries, which occur when you apply for credit and a lender checks your credit report, can slightly lower your credit score, while soft inquiries like checking your own credit or background checks do not affect your credit score. So, when you apply for credit with a company, whether to be an auto loan or credit card or whatever, if they pull your credit report, it will result in a hard increase. So, if they go to Experian, TransUnion, or Equifax and they say, "Hey, I want to see Mike's credit and make sure if she applies," it is going to show in a section on your credit report as inquiries. Those are hard inquiries. However, if someone just checks your credit profile without actually pulling the full report, that is what we call a soft inquiry. That means they did not pull your full credit report, they did not have your full social security number usually. And it does not result in an inquiry on your credit report. It is a soft pull. And in many cases, you can get approved for loans, for credit cards, and all different of things without resulting in a hard inquiry. There are tons of companies that we call soft pull to see if we qualify and give you loans or proceeds based on that. Sometimes I'll do a soft pull to say, "Hey, it does look like you're pretty qualified," and then do a full pull. And then there's companies that will never do a hard inquiry. They will use the soft pull and that credit inquiry and that profile to determine if you meet their general guidelines and lend to you based on that. But we're talking about hard inquiry. So, let me tell you a few things about hard inquiries that you really need to know. When it comes to hard inquiries, why so many people are worried is because too many inquiries on your credit report can lower your credit score, and it prevents you from getting new credit. For example, I will tell you about a secret rule that most people do not know about is called the 5/24 rule, meaning for certain companies like Chase, for example, okay? They do not want you to have more than 5 inquiries in the past 24 months for credit, okay? And if you have more than that, in some cases, they will decline your request for loans right off the top. They will not lend to you, okay? So it can be very detrimental to you to have too many inquiries on your credit report. Additionally, if you go, for example, to buy a car and you're going to the car dealership and they shop your credit report to all of these different lenders to see who will lend you a car, lend you money for the car, that will result in tons of hard inquiries on your credit report. And unfortunately, you can expect to lose about 5 points for every single hard inquiry that you have where you did not get approved for the loan. Now, do not ask me how they know if you didn't get approved or not, but they know, all right? So they do. And you will typically lose about 7 points. I share with you really quickly a story that happened to me a few years ago. I went into a car dealership to buy a car. They shopped my credit all around to all these different lenders. And I ended up losing 35 points on my credit, okay? And that's really a big deal. If you have a credit score, just for example, of just 720, now they have taken 30 points off of your credit. That is a lot, guys. Now you are now in the 760s, okay? You're not even in an upper echelon of credit. You really need to be over 720 or at least over 690. And I literally went and bought a car, have a credit score over 720 and literally left that car dealership with a credit score less than 650. Oh my gosh. Was I devastated when that happened to me? So now let me tell you how to get those bad boys off of your credit report same way I did. So go ahead and make sure you like this video if you are loving this content. I am spilling all the beans with you guys. Make sure you subscribe to Young Elders channel. Click that little notification bell so you do not miss any of this content that I'm bringing to you. And more importantly, this is a very important video. Please make sure you are sharing it with everyone you know. This is information that everybody should have so that we can win this credit game. So now, let's talk about how we are going to get those removed. Here's what I did, because the process is a little complicated, but it's absolutely free. And it's something that you can get done on your own without paying anybody to do, okay? So now let's first talk about a concept that you need to understand. When it comes to inquiries, you have to understand that the burden of proof is on the person that reported the information. For example, the person that reported that they had an inquiry, the burden of proof for them to prove that it is you and your credit report, and they had the authorization to pull your credit is on them, okay? So just think about that for a second. So there's a way that if you feel like you shouldn't have all these inquiries, you feel like you don't recall them. You feel like these are not mine, these are not justified. Whatever the situation is, you can go ahead and you can write a letter to get those removed, okay? But before you do that, because I'm going to tell you exactly where to get the letter and where to send it, I'm going to first tell you, you need a couple of things. Because like I said, the burden of proof is on the lender, on the person that put the inquiry up there and reported that information. You need to know that, okay? You need to know what happens. Because you know that, here's how we navigate around the game. When you dispute that you want to tab these inquiries removed, okay? You are not disputing directly with the lender. You're not going to say, hey Chase, take that inquiry off. You are going to go to the credit bureaus. You're going to go to Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion, whatever the inquiry is. And you're going to send a letter to get those removed. But before you send that letter to those 3 credits bureaus to have those inquiries removed, you need to make sure that the information where they're going to get checked is frozen. So here's the real secret. Those 3 credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, they usually go to a couple of different companies to see if this information is accurate. One of them is called SageStream, okay? You can go there absolutely free. And what you can do is go ahead and freeze your account with them. Freeze your credit report with them so people cannot access that information. It's absolutely free for you. SageStream is one of them. SageStream, LLC is a consumer reporting agency, CRA, regulated by the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, that provides consumer reports and scores and is now part of LexisNexis Risk Solutions. The next one is LexisNexis. LexisNexis is a global information and analytics company that provides legal, regulatory, and business information and analytics tools to help professionals make better decisions, increase productivity, and serve their clients better. They offer a wide range of products and services, including legal research, news and business insights, and risk management solutions. And this is a company that reports all of the public information. They actually do criminal reports, they do credit reports, they do all different types of background court reports to make sure people are who they say they are. But you can actually freeze your account with them, so then when you go ahead and you send this letter, they're not going to be able to access or verify your information with them. And this is how you can easily get these hard inquiries removed. So you want to go ahead and freeze those accounts, and then you're going to go to the Fair Credit Act. They have a website. This is through the government, the United States government, and they have a letter that you can use to dispute anything that you feel that is inaccurate or an error on your credit report. And it is a letter because it's a section of a law called Section 604. This section, officially titled Permissible Purposes of Consumer Reports, specifies the circumstances under which consumer reporting agencies, like credit bureaus, can release a consumer's credit information. The FCRA limits the use of consumer reports to protect consumer privacy, and Section 604 lists the permissible purposes for which a consumer report can be obtained. Now, you might ask, what is Section 604 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, outlines the permissible purposes for which consumer reporting agencies can provide consumer reports, including credit, employment, and insurance purposes, as well as when instructed by the consumer. Users of consumer reports must have a permissible purpose under the FCRA to obtain a report, and they must certify to the consumer reporting agency the purpose for which the report is being obtained and that it will not be used for any other purpose. Now, the letters are what you will use to send to those credit bureaus in order to get those inquiries disputed or removed if they cannot verify them. It's just that simple. You want to make sure, though, you send that Form 604 via USPS mail. Form 604, also known as the Notice of Change of Interests of Substantial Holder, is an ASIC, Australian Securities and Investments Commission, form used to notify a company or scheme and relevant securities exchanges of a change in the interests of a substantial holder in a company or scheme. You know, United States Postal Service, and you also want to make sure that you send it certified mail, all right? You also want to make sure you do not sign the letter. This is not for you to just sign and send it. You want to put your name, you put your information, and you put the accounts that you are disputing, and that is do not sign that letter because you do not even want them to have your signature on file, all right, guys? So you submit that letter, and if they are not able to verify that those are truly inquiries that you initiated, they will have to be removed from your credit report. Just that simple. I have spilled the beans, guys. Okay, so I have created an actual playlist. This is a fast little cheat-sheet for you guys. There's a link in the description box below for free classes. Ted's free credit classes on how to fix your credit, how to get these reports removed. I give you all of it right below in a checklist, absolutely free. I just want to make sure you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. To your success.